Steph, many of your teammates have come in here and said that the downfall tonight is not getting after the 50 balls, the want to kind of get those hustle plays and have them go in your favor. Why do you think that is happening, and how do you think that changes in Game 7?
You just got to go do it. Like, we were down, 2 going into the fourth. They are playing zone against us pretty much, the whole second half, and you can kind of look at the possession here. That the start of the fourth, Fragan an and 1-3. That's a tough momentum play. Jabari got 2 threes off of a good hustle play and a tough turnover, and then another offensive rebound that turned into a 3 that, a possession here, possession there. It's not just the points on the board. It's a feeling. It's a vibe. It's a morale. It's momentum. And, you got to dig deep to win these type of games. So, thankfully, we have another opportunity to go do it. Very confident that we can go do it.
Steph, do you see some sense of hesitancy on some of your guys not to take the shot? Do you tell them, hey, it's okay if you miss or make, just take the shot, or do you want them to keep passing the ball, just trying to make sure the perfect shot's there?
There's a reason they're playing us zone for a whole half, pretty much, and they're trying to force a certain type of shot. Obviously, I took probably 4 heavily contested deep threes just to try to kind of will us. But if they're going to do that and they're going to play zone and make certain guys shoot it, then it's the same way we talk about it all season long, regular season, playoffs. Like, everybody's in this league for a reason. If you have a shot, take it. I don't need to say anything. Coach doesn't need to say anything. You're out there, be aggressive. Look for your shot and we'll live with it. That's the name of the game. The shots that we're creating or the shots that are open, keep taking them.
Do you have to, as you look at this zone, do you feel like you're getting the looks you want? Just going back to that answer, do you just feel like you need to keep doing the same thing and hopefully, your other guys make those shots, or do you guys need to attack this zone different?
Well, it's probably a little bit of both. I don't know if it's a surprise. It might be a little bit of surprise that they played that much zone, but I think we could probably look at a little bit more film and see where those shots are, see where those driving lanes are. Obviously, when you drive, they have Steven Adams in the middle of the paint waiting on you. So whether that's a drive to a kick to a swing that's going to get you a step-in 3, I think we can be a little bit more patient on certain possessions. But you have to make shots at the end of the day. Fred hit some big momentum ones. Jabari hit some big momentum ones. Those are, can swing momentum again. So for us, don't panic. Just, make the necessary adjustments and understand how they're defending us, and we should be all right.
Steph, you and Draymond have 5 Game 7s together, and Jimmy's played in 4 of them. Where does that Game 7 experience factor in the most when you're actually in a Game 7? How does it help you guys the most?
Just the confidence that no matter how it looks, we can get it done. We need to be composed. We need to be able to manage the emotions of the next 48 hours. Again, not panic, but have a sense of urgency on the adjustments that we need to make going into Game 7. And how to deal with a hostile environment. I think we've had one in that building before, and you understand the crowd is going to be into it. How we start the game is going to matter, but it's going to be a long 48 minutes to stick with it and, come with a level of aggressiveness, intention to detail or attention to detail, and just the idea that, you know, it's going to be a game of runs. You got to just embrace it, have fun with it, show up with a kind of killer instinct. Everybody got to be like that.
Steph, this is like my third time watching you play. I'll say, like, it gets crazier every time. Like, seeing you get triple teamed, you're getting like held almost every play. So, like, how do you stay like locked in the whole time when the defense is like doing everything they can to like stop you or get you involved?
Just embrace it and still try to find a way to impact the game. You see all type of defenses, and at the end of the day, you have to be able to figure it out.
How do you feel physically? What are your fatigue levels?
I actually feel great. You're having to work, and that's fine. I think that it's weird because the zone, it doesn't necessarily take the most out of you, or demand the most physically. It's just mentally trying to figure out where the holes, where the pockets are, where the openings are. But I feel great.
Is is the solution to get in the paint, or is it to make, shoot them out of a zone, or do you want to get inside?
I mean, it's a balance because, again, they have size in there. They're playing the two bigs and trying to buy possessions defensively with the zone so that they can take advantage of it on the other end. I think in the fourth quarter, we struggled that first 6 minutes, and you have to resist the temptation to rush and force shots if it's me or Jimmy trying to get good looks, but use the attention they're going to throw at us, whether it's me running around trying to find openings or Jimmy driving, to make the defense collapse and swing and find open looks. But I think for the most part, we got a lot of pretty good looks in the fourth. We just didn't make them. And then on the other end, they made a couple. They got a bunch of offensive rebounds, and then we had to go hack at Steven Adams for a while. So make shots, and that's me, that's Jimmy, that's everybody.
You mentioned a couple of times that Kuminga could or should have a role in this series. I know he's played a little bit already, but could Game 7 be a really nice time for that for him?
I think everything's on the table for sure, and him included. It's the ultimate challenge of staying ready. I know he has answered that question plenty of times that he is ready. And it's going to be good for us to get into the war room and figure out what those adjustments are going to be personnel-wise, scheme-wise, to give our best effort for Game 7. The good part or the fun part about this is no matter how it looks, you win one game, you hit reset and get an opportunity to play another series. And this is a grind. This is tough. This is what it's supposed to be in the playoffs, to bring the best out of you, to earn the right to get to the next round. So for us, everybody's got to be willing to step up. And if you're asked to play, you're asked to impact the game, be ready to go do it.
Steph, you just said this is a grind, and it's obviously been a grind. One of the subplots is that you guys are an older team and now having to fly, play game, go back and forth. Is it taking a toll? Is it harder now than it was a couple years ago?
It's different. It's always been hard to win. Like, don't get that twisted in terms of not just you, everybody. Just in the sense of, like, winning is hard and sustaining it is hard, and there are different challenges of figuring out a team that's trying to, take you out of your rhythm or your patterns or whatnot, and you're playing against a really good team. So if you want to win at the highest level, you have to embrace the hard, whether it's the physical challenges of, doing it at this stage of your career, or whether it's just because you're playing a good team. Like, we've had challenges all throughout this run, and this is another one.
Steph, you guys have had a couple chances to close them out this series. Just what is your reaction to the fact that it got to Game 7 this series?
I mean, thankfully we have another game to play, and we did our work early in the series to give us some cushion. But you know, they're the 2 seed. They have home court advantage in the series because they're a really good team, and they've demonstrated that all season. We've been on a run since the trade to have an opportunity to play a Game 7 in a playoff series and get to the next round. So. Again, in February, if you told us we had a Game 7, we would take that all day long. How we got here, not happy about it, but we do have another opportunity.
Steph, over here, how are Game 7s different than Games 1 through 6? I mean, they're all intense and competitive. What's different about a Game 7? And related question, do you have any specific snapshot memory of Game 7 in Sacramento 2 years ago?
No, it's just the nerves and the adrenaline, and you understand the stakes. If you don't play a game, your best game, or you don't figure out a way to win, you're going home. But it's also exhilarating because when you do, it brings the best out of you, and there's no better feeling of closing out a series, with just the whole Game 7 vibe. So. There's one tomorrow. We get to watch it. We got one on Sunday. Like, it's what this league is about, and it's a great opportunity to show up when it matters most. And have an opportunity to move on. So you don't really do anything different, but you have to embrace the nerves and the adrenaline of it.
And do you have a specific memory from Sacramento?
I mean, that was just a great game overall. Hopefully I can repeat that.
Asked Draymond earlier about how there were some moments in this game when your guys were frustrated, visibly frustrated, Draymond, Pods, and I said, is that because of something that Rockets were doing to you guys, or is it because of something you guys weren't doing? He had an answer. What's your answer to that? Why was the frustration level sort of visible at times today?
There were momentum plays that you want to have back, like 50-50 balls that we didn't get, offensive rebounds that we let them have, just breakdowns where they're getting open looks. There were times we would make a run, we couldn't get over the hump, and like you understand there was pressure to win on your home floor. They're playing great. Like, you got to give them credit. It's not like we're just laying an egg and rolling over. We're fighting. We're trying to compete. There's just in the margins some things that we can do better and control what we can control. And I think we can do that in Game 7.
Steph, knowing that things change year to year in this league, how much does will play a factor in just wanting to have another game, another series with this particular group of guys on your team?
It's kind of baked into the nature of a Game 7. If you don't show up with that appropriate mentality, then you got a long vacation ahead of you. So you don't want to be the team that's packing up. We're packing for a week, getting on this plane to go to Texas and hopefully go to Minnesota right after. That's the approach, and I know we're all excited about the fact that we still have life left, even though these last 2 games haven't gone our way.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes.